Everyone, I'm sorry that this has been recording for 8 seconds already, but this is Andrea Kennedy and I want to help you with the Higg MSI platform. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go on msi.higg.org, and when you go on there, you should come up with a page similar to this, Higg MSI, or just like this. MSI stands for the Materials Sustainability Index. And this is the home page that you're going to land on, and you're going to click where the yellow arrow is, Browse the Materials. After that, you're going to look back at the garment that you have worked now on a supply chain. You've also created a climate action plan for it and wrote in a discussion board what you would do if you were the director of sustainability of that company. So in my case, I'm going to do my yoga pants from Lululemon. And my yoga pants are mostly cotton, 92%, and 8% spandex. They also have an elastic waistband. So I'm going to start with the cotton. So you're going to key in the main fabric, the biggest percent if it's a blend. So I'm going to write cotton where the yellow arrow is on search materials. As you can see at the yellow arrow, I wrote cotton and up came a list with only one item in it where the blue arrow is saying cotton fabric. When I click on the cotton fabric, it links to a material production detail page where it talks about the raw material source, and you can swap that out. If it's not conventional cotton, which it is because they're not organic or recycled, but if they are, you would press swap and create that. Yarn formation, this says it's knitted. I'm keeping it. But if you're wearing jeans or twill cotton, or a blouse that has been woven the fabric, you would swap that out, scroll down and select the woven, one of the woven weights. And you can click around and swap all of these out as you see fit. So I typed in cotton at the yellow arrow on the search bar and up came a list. There's only one item in the list, cotton fabric, where the blue arrow is. You're going to click on that, of course, whatever it is that you did, whether it's nylon or wool or whatnot, but I'm going to click on cotton, and what comes up is the material product detail page, which you can see on the screenshot on the right, where the green arrow is. You can see swap. You can swap out the settings that are by default created on the Higg MSI page. For instance, raw material source. It has cotton fiber that is conventionally produced as the default. But if you swap out, you could maybe swap to recycled if you're wearing a recycled cotton item, or organic, etc. Also, my yoga pants are knitted, so I left yarn formation as done as a knit. But if you're wearing woven cotton, such as in denim jeans, or a twill pant, or a broadcloth shirt, then you would switch that out to one of the woven methods. So play around with those and swap as needed. As you can see, I am not swapping conventional production, so swap as needed, and then that's on the screenshot on the left. And then on the screenshot on the right, after you swap as needed, scroll all the way down and click on Save as your custom material.
I did use it a bit today, so yeah, of course. Okay.
So I saved mine as Andrea K's yoga pants. You can do yours however you want. And then I keyed in, I switched the 100% to 92% where the red arrow is on the far upper left screenshot. In the center screenshot, you can see that after I keyed in 92%, I scrolled down and again clicked on Save as Custom Material. Every time you change a factor, you need to scroll down and resave. It will only remember if you save after each percent change or quality change, etc. After I did that, I'm going to now add that 8% of spandex from those yoga pants. So you're going to click on, if you have a blend, add material. You can see where the green arrow is pointing. Click on that, please. Next. Now that you have clicked on that, you're going to pop up a screen, and I'm clicking spandex. For all I know, you have something that's 65% polyester, 35% cotton. Then you would be searching first poly, making it 65, then cotton. But now I'm doing spandex, so where the pink arrow is, I typed spandex. And as you can see, one item was in the list. I clicked that, and what popped up in the center screenshot is the material production details for the elastane fiber fabric. And on the yellow, where the yellow arrow is, I clicked in 8%. I scrolled down and saved as custom material. Where the green arrow is, of course, don't forget to swap out as needed. It was knitted, so I didn't change that to woven. Now, on the blue arrow on the far right, you can see what looks like a rainbow. These are the material impacts. You constantly should be clicking on those and seeing the score of your fibers or your materials, if it's a button or a zipper. Now, once you've done that, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of your page and click on where the yellow arrow is to save the material. It shows you your name again. You can even change it from ounces to grams to yardage. For this exercise, we're going to keep everything as is and just press Save Material. When you go back to the textile main page, you'll have to erase the word spandex. I don't have a screenshot of that. You'll get back to the SAC base materials, and you can see now that Andrea Kay's yoga pants is in the textiles, and it has a score of 94. Now next I want to add the elastic. You can add up to 3 components total. So if you had something like a motorcycle jacket that you made a supply chain for that had leather and zippers and snaps and lining and shoulder pads, you're only picking 3 of those things. For the yoga pants and for today's exercise, you don't need to do thread or labels. So I'm only going to do the cotton spandex fabric, that's 1, and 2, the elastic. So now I'm going to go to the elastic. So I'm going to rubber materials because I went on Google and searched what is elastic made out of. And that's what you should do for each of yours. Actually, honestly, P.S. I knew, but that's how you can do it. And you're going to click on, in my case, I'm clicking on the rubberized synthetic knitted material. Click on that, and then you're going to once again name your materials after you click on it. And I'm calling this Andrea Kay's Yoga Pants Elastic. And I'm going to scroll down and save my material.
Thank you.
So hi again. And now you can see where Andrea Kay's Yoga Pants Elastic is on the rubber page with a score of 36. So my impact score is 94 plus 36 equals my yoga pants have a score, a Higg index score of 130. The higher the number, the higher the impacts on the Higg index scores. The higher the impacts, excuse me. So my goal as Director of Sustainability at Lululemon, if that's the position I had, would be to try and lower the impacts. In order to do that, I need to lower the number. So for this exercise, I want you now to go back and play with those 2 materials. You still want those yoga pants to look the same, or whatever the item is, but lower it by 30%. So 30% of 130 would be lowering it by 39 points. So I'm going to try and lower mine by 91%, but by 39 points to get to a score of 91 or lower. And that's what you're going to go to. If you get a score of 150 between your three components that you score, you're going to try and get to 100 or lower. In the meantime, you also need to explore, as you can see on this lower right-hand screenshot, which talks about the chemistry of the elastic. Click on all of the impacts of your item in that rainbow scale so you can see what the percent is in terms of chemistry, eutrophication, water impact, and air emissions. And try and lower those. Where's the biggest impact? That's what you should try lowering. So for instance, if you had, I may go back and decide I'm going to try and lower the cotton by using a recycled cotton instead of a conventionally produced cotton or an organic cotton. And I might play with those numbers. And that's what you are going to do. Start over and try and get your score at least 30% lower. And in your paper, show me the screenshots of your final scores before as is and after you try and reduce that number. Thank you so much. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, please ask them on the course Sustainability and the Future of Fashion discussion board. And now you should start clicking and working on the Higg MSI. Enjoy!